country style is a beast. It's different from anything I've ever been to. It's 15,000 people in a yard. It's 50 competing teams, and sometimes that's over 100 grills. Some of them got 2 to 3 grills apiece, and you're on top of one another. And it's in July. It's hot. it's They say it's a one-day event, but you set up on Friday, and it's all day Friday night, Saturday, all day. I mean, they move some people through there.
Yeah, I know they do. I be watching the videos. I be like, there's a lot of people out there.
Yeah, yeah. You just got to. Your main goal at country style be to survive. Your goal. Get you some water and survive.
They gon' have barbecue. They gon' have barbecue. They gon' have barbecue. They gon' have barbecue. Get your barbecue on. Get your barbecue on. Get your barbecue.
Welcome to the Barbecue Therapy Podcast. My name is Tavis Bryant of Yago Ham Barbecue. Have you ever stood around a smoker or a grill and felt the world fade away? Now that's barbecue therapy. Welcome to the Barbecue Therapy Podcast. My name is Tavis Bryant, and here today we're bringing a guest that has a whole lot of flavor. He's a whole hog cook, sauce maker, pop-up king, and caterer out of South Carolina, the man behind Spoonfed BBQ, Mr. Alfred McDonald. Welcome to the show. I got one rule: make yourself at home, speak freely. There's no sponsors here, so ain't nobody shutting us down.
I ain't got that.
That's excellent. It's excellent. You're doing a good job. So, first question I have is I'll start with everybody. How did you first discover barbecue? Was it family-wise or on your own, or how did that get started?
Discovering barbecue is a family thing. Uncles, my daddy, my uncles did a lot of cooking. My daddy did cooking, and friends in the neighborhood. So that's how I discovered barbecue. Couldn't run from that. You live in the house. Your uncles was cooking. Back then, they was basically cooking off of wood. So you had to stay up all night, help them. And my daddy was cooking. So you had to do what daddy say. So, couldn't run from that.
Oh, wow. Were they doing the cinder block pits? Or?
My uncles did cinder block grill. They did a lot of wood. They cut wood. It would be like Thanksgiving or Christmas, 4th of July. That's 3 times a year. My father, when he moved from Washington, D.C., back to South Carolina, he did a lot of cooking, but he did a lot of gas cooking.
Oh, okay. So when did you actually start learning and putting your hands on learning how to cook it? What age?
I started putting my hands on it back in 83, 84. I graduated from high school, and I had to start doing some on my own because I wasn't doing it with my daddy. I would cook some once or twice a year, family reunions, something like that. Yeah.
And how long did it take you to feel that you were good at it?
Say that again now?
How long did it take you to feel that you were good at it when you started cooking? When you
I
started
thought I
with the
was good at
hogs?
it.
Or?
I thought I was good at it the first time. But I started with a little chicken. Wasn't doing whole hog at that time. But then I keep watching and seeing people did it. It wasn't like it was that difficult. It was difficult getting them on the grill. That's the most part. Getting somebody and then getting them flip. But cooking it was, if you look and you learn long enough, you figure that out.
So you did all that by yourself? You learned how to cook all of it? The whole hog?
Well, not really by myself. When my uncles would be around, they'd be around when you start. Then they would disappear, but they'd come back before the end of the cook to help you out with it. They come back to help you out.
That's good.
Yeah.
So, how did you get the name Spoonfed, and how did you explain the slogan "Needle in the Red"? What's the story behind all that?
Got the name Spoonfed. A gentleman, he passed away. His name was Ellis Lisbon. He was in the Army. He retired. He was living in Fayetteville, but then he moved to Bishopville. And every time I would cook, social media, you'd post, and he'd come by, and we was tearing it up. And he said, "Man, you tearing that thing up with a spoon. Man, you ought to call yourself Spoonfed." So that's where the Spoonfed came in at, a gentleman named Ellis Lisbon. And then Needle in the Red, John Haney. I'd always cook. and we'd always post the temperature. And
Mm-hmm.
John Haney, he built barbecue grills out of Somerville, Charleston area, the Avron grills. He always cooked low and slow. And I'd always cook 300 degrees because of the way that the guy built my grill and how far the meat set from the fire. So I'd cook it 300 degrees. And John said, that needle in the red. I just adapted that slogan, needle in the red, because if it ain't red, I ain't somebody else cooking it. I ain't the one cooking it. So it's going to be up there 300 degrees.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It makes sense. Okay,
Yeah.
if there wasn't no whole hog, what would be your favorite meat to cook?
I like cooking turkeys. I like the way a turkey tastes when you season it and cook it. I cook a lot of chicken, but I like cooking turkeys. If it ain't a whole hog, I enjoy turkey. I don't do beef. I've done a few briskets. I'm not my clientele don't come to me for beef, so I don't do a lot of beef. I'm not gonna, most beef I'm gonna do gonna be a hamburger.
Yeah,
So,
that'd be
so
a
that's
waste of
it.
money.
Yeah.
So, what makes your whole hog different from everybody else's?
I don't say it's different. It's the style I learned. Where I came from, there's a lot of women, ladies that did cooking. From Miss Isabel Nelson to Dorothy Bronson, Deanie Nelson. So there's a lot of ladies that did a lot of cooking. And we didn't, none of them, nobody I have ever seen cook a hog did injections. So we didn't do injections. We did salt. We did red pepper. We did black pepper. We did crushed pepper. And everybody that I know, until I got on this barbecue circuit, was making their own sauce. But now on this barbecue circuit, they buy these little things in jugs and put on their meat. But from where I'm from in South Carolina, if you wasn't making your own barbecue sauce, something was wrong with you. You had to make your own barbecue sauce. So everybody's sauce had a different taste, but every family was making their own barbecue sauce. We went to the store, we bought what we need to make our own sauce. And it was a lot of women that was doing cooking. The men would buy the hog, the men would go put the hog on the grill. But mostly it was a lot of ladies that was cooking whole hogs in the Lynchburg area. A lot of young ladies cooked whole hogs. So.
But it's different from what I'm hearing from other people because a lot of people, from what I see, they inject their hog left and right full of liquid. So that's
Yeah, but
definitely
you
yours.
can't eat that hog. You ain't gonna set that hog out in front of your family and just eat that. It look pretty. It's a show thing. But when you do a whole hog and you do it, I do my whole hogs meat down. And I do it meat down about 7 hours, 8 hours, and then I'm gonna do a flip. And then I'm gonna finish cooking it the rest of the way. But because stuff got to drip out of that hog. So I do it meat down. But all that injection, all that, somebody came up with that and they inject them with 5 gallons or whatever. I don't say it's that's what you like, but real barbecue cooks, you ain't doing no injection.
Do you think that
Might get
takes away?
criticized for that, but they ain't doing no injection.
Yeah. Do you think that takes away from the taste of the meat with all that stuff in
I,
there, the fluid?
I think it takes away when you go to a lot of these comps. I've been told that's vinegar-based barbecue. Okay, but I'm raised on vinegar-based barbecue sauce. I'm not raised on mustard-based. I'm raised on the Alabama white sauce. But then if I go to the store and buy what everybody else is using and put in my trailer and cover and take a paintbrush and paint it on my meat, I might get judged better. But that ain't what I've been raised on. I've been raised on taking some ingredients, taking some apple cider vinegar and putting it in a pot and making your own sauce. So I don't knock nobody for what they do, but bring you to the party, but I ain't gonna look at you like you something better than me because you bought some sauce.
Yeah, definitely. They usually juice it up so during a barbecue competition they only eat one bite and keep it moving. So they load it up with
Yeah,
all
but
this stuff.
what I hate to say it, but you go to a competition and you're doing Boston butts, and I do Boston butts, and I take my Boston butts and I do it the same way I do a whole hog. I put the same stuff on it and I put it in a aluminum pan and I pour my sauce on it. But then I'm not gonna win. The man beside me gonna win first or second. But the judge gonna come to me at the end of the competition and say, "Can you fix me up a pound of that?" How you
It
coming to me, folks, but I ain't win?
is a win because you go get some money in your pocket.
So they gonna tell me, say, you copying Rodney Scott, which I'm not copying him because I didn't know who Rodney Scott was until I was 25, 30 years old. I've been down there when I used to drive truck and go to the Tupperware plant and ate barbecue from his daddy at the place. But I'm copying my family, my daddy, because we was raised that you put pepper, you put seed pepper, you put black pepper, you put crushed pepper, you put salt, and you take vinegar. I'm not raised off of looking at a book and following Rodney Scott. We just have to be doing the same thing. So,
Exactly. There's more than one person out there doing it. That's what I said.
yeah, you know,
People just don't know it. And then when
yeah,
somebody pop up and say, "Oh, you copying?" No, he ain't copying. I've been doing this
they copy.
forever.
Yeah, we've been doing this since back in the 80s, as far as I'm concerned, when we went and bought a hog from somebody's pen and we shot, killed it, boiled water, put in a 55-gallon drum, scald the hog, take the hair off and gut him, clean him, kill him, and cook him. So I've
Wow.
been through all of that.
Yeah,
Now
okay.
the luxury of buying them from the meat market.
Exactly. If that was the case, most people wouldn't be eating pig no more if they had to do all that.
Right, everybody falling out. They was playing with the hog. That's back in the 80s, and you bought a hog from somebody's pen, or you killed your hog. Back in the 80s, Walter Nelson, Duke of Kills, they barbecuing 10, 15 hogs for Christmas for different people. Fastest hog come off the grill, they put another hog on the grill. But those hogs didn't come from no meat market. Hogs come out somebody's pen, you know.
Wow.
So,
That's crazy. Wow.
yeah.
That's a lot of time going back to back 15 times. Whew. So, what's the total amount of time that it usually take to cook a average size hog?
I cook a hog, I'm looking at 11, most likely 12 hours. I prefer 150, 175-pound hog.
Hmm.
I have cooked something smaller than that for somebody, but if I'm going to buy one and cook it, it's going to be 150, 175 pounds.
Wow. Wow. And I always, my hat's off to the people that know how to cook a whole hog like yourself because there's so many different body parts in there that you have to perfect and cook them all at one time. No average person can just say I can cook a whole hog. It takes practice and skill to do something like that because you got all these thick pieces and thin pieces that you got to watch. So my
Yeah,
hat go off.
you gotta have your fire. If you're cooking with wood, you gotta have your fire up under your hams and your shoulders. Make sure that's cooked for the middle. If you're cooking with, I ain't gonna never cook with pellets. So if you're cooking with gas, is different according to how you got your gas set up. A lot of people want to knock gas, but okay, if you put them on there, you cooking for less money. A lot of people say I can do wood, make the flavor and all that. To me, it's got a lot to do with the sauce. I don't care what wood you cooking with. If that sauce ain't right, he just a hog you cook and he ain't taste like nothing. You got to have the sauce right in the hog. And when you stir all that meat up together, you ain't gonna know where the money muscle at from anything else. But when they do all this lovely injection, okay, and then they're just picking from this part of the hog or that part of the hog. But if you take that whole hog and you put all your pepper and stuff in and pour your sauce in it and you stir it up and you spoon it and stir it up, you ain't gonna know where your lawn at from anything else because all that meat, the white meat, dark meat, all gonna be mixed up. So I prefer doing whole hogs because it's like a lot of barbecue competition. They want you to take the money muscle out and want you to cut around tube in the money muscle. But if I cook a barbecue Boston butt to 190 degrees, all that's gonna fall apart. How I'm gonna take a money muscle? But they do that magic. They cut it out early and they put it on at a different time. I'm just like, that ain't for me. I go and enjoy myself with the people that's cooking in it, but
Mhm.
I rather cook a whole hog, cook it to the temp it need to be, and serve it where people can eat it and enjoy it.
Yeah, definitely. So if somebody trying to cook their first whole hog, what would be the basic advice that you would give them?
Get you some help. Get you some help. And if it's your first hog, do it in the daytime. Because if you try to put him on at night and you try to stay awake all night, it's like anything else. You either going to go to sleep, the fire's going to be out, Come on. Your hog gonna catch fire and burn up. You need to learn to get you some help and get you somebody that done it before. Whole hogs are a lot different. They got greasing, and they will catch fire. So you need to put a wire up under it. So if for some reason your hog catch fire, you can take the wire and you and your help can get the hog up off the fire and move it until you can get the fire out. So first, if I would suggest anybody, do it in the daylight and get you some help. Get you some help.
What's the time frame you think somebody could perfect cooking a whole hog cooking?
Cooking him, I wouldn't say would be your hardest part, because if you got the right amount of fire or the right amount of heat, a lot of people can cook a hog, but a lot of people can't season a hog. So a lot of people can barbecue a hog. It's like any other meat. A lot of people can cook chicken, but how does it taste? If you ain't got the right seasoning on it, you ain't got enough salt on it, pepper on it, whatever you put that's your mojo in your sauce. I've seen people put lemons in their sauce to cut down on the apple cider vinegar, the twine. I've seen people use store-bought sauce, but if you ain't got the right sauce, just because you got a done hog, you just got a done hog. You got to have the right sauce, because when they taste it, I do what they call pulled pork. I don't do chopped pork. So when I pull it apart with my spoon, I'm going to take spoon it up, put it on some bread. It's going to already have the sauce done cooked in it. The sauce will be boiling in it for about another 45 minutes to an hour. No matter who cooks it, if it ain't got the right sauce on it, it still ain't no good barbecue.
So that's the key to success is the sauce.
Yeah, you got to know how to make some barbecue sauce. You can't depend on getting your sauce from Piggly Wiggly or IGA. They might be closed. The light might have went out. Somebody might ain't pay a bill. So you need to know how to make you some barbecue sauce. At the end of the day, I think what make a great pit master is knowing how to make your own barbecue sauce. Because your stuff, that's just if you cook a hog and I take some of the meat, somebody else takes some of the meat. If I put some store brand sauce on it and you put your own sauce on it, if they like the way yours tastes with your sauce, mine and the store-bought sauce ain't gonna make no difference. People like that flavor. You gotta have some sauce with some flavor on it, something that people's gonna so. A lot of people like mustard. I don't like mustard-based sauce. I tried it. I don't like it. I tried that Alabama white sauce. I don't care for that. In the PD area of South Carolina, we do vinegar-based barbecue sauce. So it got used to that. I like that. So I don't like when you go to a restaurant, you buy a barbecue and it ain't got no sauce on it. It's just white barbecue, and they give you cups of sauce over here to put on. So you didn't cook the meat with the sauce on it. You didn't put the meat. You didn't.
Makes sense. It makes sense.
Yes.
Yeah, definitely. I'm from Georgia, so I'm more of a sweet person. Vinegar
Yeah,
is
a lot of people like it sweet. A lot of people don't like it sweet. It's good. It's a lot of tricks to making sauce, good sauce. Some people say I wouldn't put sugar in it, but you put a little sugar in it. It cuts down on the twine, makes it a little sweeter, but it sure help to put some sauce on it than it don't put no sauce on it.
yeah, definitely enhances the meat taste. So you've been making your sauce is a family recipe, or you just started when you started?
It's a family recipe. My daddy used to make the same sauce. My aunt, she cooks barbecue. Her sauce is a little different, almost the same, just got one or two different ingredients in it. My aunt runs Benjamin Barbecue. Hers a little different. My uncle's, there's almost the same. There's two or three different ingredients in two or three different, but everything is basically just about the same. We've been doing our own sauce. My daddy didn't believe in buying sauce at all. Even a guy like his brother, Walter Nelson, Duke of Keys, they made their own sauce. They didn't believe in buying barbecue sauce from a store. That just was a no-no, you know.
Oh, wow. That's definitely good. So how many different sauces do you make? Because I know you
I
sell your
usually just
sauces.
make one. I make one. I figure if one working for me, I'm gonna let that one work on everything. I mean, it'd be a little too hot sometimes, and sometimes be a little calm. I've had people tell me I need to measure my ingredients. My mama, and when she cooks, she don't do no measuring. I go on taste. I put a little too much black pepper in, it's gonna be a little spicy. It's gonna be a little hot. But I think that kick is what people got people coming back. That kick, that because it ain't just regular Blaine barbecue sauce. It's got a little kick to it, a little sweet, but it's got a little kick to it. So you gonna need to keep the babies from it. Yeah,
So how long does it take to make the sauce? Like a couple hours or?
I can make the sauce in less than an hour. It take a little time you're gonna bring it to a boil. Once you put all the ingredients in the pot, you're gonna bring it to a boil, and then when it get to a boil, you're gonna turn the pot down to simmer. Let it sit out there for 30 minutes before you want to go to getting in. About 35, I say about an hour, I can have it 2 gallons made up. I do 2 gallons at the time. So I can do 2 gallons and I can put 2 gallons to a hog. That's what I try to do.
Okay. I see that you sell your sauce. Are you thinking about selling it in stores or you just sell it like a
Nah,
pop-up stuff?
nah, that's a little too much for me. I try to sell a little bit around the house. If somebody asks for it or somebody wants some, I don't think I'll ever go to the store selling it like that. No. Because you got too much to go through to get everything legit. And then you have to. A friend of mine, he don't live too far from me. His name is Tailgater Hater. He barbecue big time in the state, but he makes a barbecue sauce, Tailgater Hater sauce. And I was talking to him about it. He says you have to stop the store, go put in the sauce, take out the bag. I'm like, how many you got to do that? He said, yeah, I got to ride around Alfred and do that to all them stores. You keep that, buddy.
Exactly. It
Too
seems like
much
a
for
lot.
me. So, yeah, too much for me. Too much
So
for me.
do you make your own seasoning or do you buy the seasoning from the store or you mix your own? Or?
No, I go to the store. I go to the store and I buy my peppers and stuff. You can take it, make it, put it together and all, but to me, it's just more convenient. I drive truck for a living. When I get off on Friday afternoon, I'm usually cooking a whole Friday night or either Saturday. So it's more convenient for me to just buy what I need and take it and cook with it instead of
Okay.
making something. Now, I'll try different people's stuff. If they give it to me or they recommend it to me, I'll try it on chicken. I'll try it on maybe some pork chops or something like that or some ribs. But whole hog, it's real simple for me. It's just black pepper, crushed pepper, red pepper, and salt. That's all I need.
Okay. Okay. Speaking of competition, have you ever competed before or you never competed or
Yeah,
anything?
yeah. I've competed in South Carolina Barbecue Association. I've competed in SBN, South Carolina Barbecue Network. I competed in both of those, and then I do a lot of backyard competitions. Yeah,
Okay. 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 'Cause you've been to you did the country style cook-offs, don't you?
yeah. I do country style. I do country style every year. I enjoy it. It's the biggest backyard competition there is. And then I do one at Darlington called Fat Man Cave. We do a whole hog competition out there every November. Country style is a beast. It's different from anything I've ever been to. It's 15,000 people in a yard. It's 50 competing teams, and sometimes that's over 100 grills. Some of them got 2 to 3 grills apiece, and you're on top of one another. And it's in July. It's hot. it's They say it's a 1 day event, but you set up on Friday and it's all day Friday night, Saturday all day. I mean, they move some people through there.
Yeah, I know they do. I be watching the videos. I be like, there's a lot of people out there.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You
And
just gotta your main goal at country style be to survive. Your goal. Get you some water and survive.
because don't they be competing as well as selling or
Yeah,
giving?
yeah. He gives the cooks the opportunity. You can also sell, so you can cook anything else to sell. He gives you 2 cases of ribs, two
Oh
cases of
wow.
chicken wings for you to cook to give to the people that comes in for
Okay.
samples. And you do a turning box with the ribs and the chicken wings. The chicken wings, they come and they grade you on that at your grill. They come and get their sample and grade you on that. But the ribs, you do a turning box, and
Okay.
then you cook anything else you want.
That's good. They supply meat like that. I didn't know how they did it as far as people giving samples out.
Yeah, they give samples. The pit masters with maybe a little larger grills, maybe 3 grills. Sometimes they have to cook a little extra meat according to the crowd of the people. But you have that line, boy. They be standing in front of you. They want to taste that rib. They want to taste that chicken wing. And then if you selling anything, so you're supposed to be allowed, I think it's 3 people to help you besides yourself. And they start coming in at 11 and it goes all day.
That's you got to bring all your pits and all the tents and everything. That's a
Hey,
lot.
and when you look to the left, there's a team to you to the left, there's a team to you to the right, and there's a team in front of you mostly. And according to where you sit in the yard, there's a teams behind you. It ain't a whole bunch of room, I can tell you that.
Wow. And then there's
But there's
people
people
all
from
around.
all over the United States that be there. And like I say, I've done Doco Rib Fest, and Doco Rib Fest in Blythewood in March. It's huge. It's SBN. It's huge. But Doco Rib Fest ain't got nothing on country style. Country style, you come up there Friday night, you looking, okay, this up under some pine trees in some people's yard. You see all kind of cones, but Saturday morning, that's a whole different animal. People all across the street, all in these people's yard. They all up under the tree. They got couches sitting out there. They got tent cities set up. He might need to move that someplace else next year because I think he's done reach capacity where he's at.
Yeah, and
I
it's
think
gonna
he's
keep
definitely
growing
reached
and keep
capacity.
growing. And I think that's one person I will also want to have on the show. I tried to try to reach out again, but he's a very underrated person that you don't hear about that's doing this, and a lot of people don't even know this exists,
Yeah.
and it should be to the forefront with some of these other large like Memphis and May and all that other stuff because it's pretty much equivalent to the amount of people that's coming through as some of these other events, and he definitely need to get his flowers and show what he's doing for his community. Number one, as well as
He gives $10,000 back a year, college scholarships for children in that community. And he's a very nice gentleman. You can call him, you can talk to him. Art Fennell is a master at his craft and what he's doing. And he's doing it with friends and family, the video and all that.
hmm
And like I say, I will not miss his event. If I'm not going to cook at it, I'm going to be there set up somewhere trying to sell some barbecues. So, I mean,
I see. I like to see some of y'all mixed in with some of the other big competitions to actually see who can really cook and not be separated. Because that's my dream, just to see all these competitions combined together to see who can really cook instead of being separated and nobody not knowing about these events. There's big events going on. The amount of people that's coming through, it ain't no way in the world that he shouldn't have the exposure like some of these other places.
a lot of in South Carolina, I'm not gonna say that some of them guys on that other side don't know about it, because they all know about it. They all seen or heard about country style. They might not show for whatever reason they don't want to show, but ain't like if they looking at somebody's social media, they looking at mine, they see it. They know that it's there. They know that this man got 15,000 head of people coming across the highway to come in the field up under some pine trees. I think because of where it's at,
Mhm.
that is hurting him. Now, if he move it to some kind of arena, some kind of gated facility place, I think he'll make more money. I think it'll be a better benefit because people walking across the field and not paying to come in. Now, I don't think that's right. But
Yeah.
for one man to host an event that started about, if I'm not mistaken, 8, 9 years ago, and for you to have that many people at your event, and if you walk around there, there's people from Chicago, there's people from California, Texas, Louisiana, there's people from all over the United States out there just to come for that 1 day event. He ain't doing 2 days or 3 days, he's doing a 1 day event. And there's people from all over the United States there just want to eat, just want to walk around, just want to video you, take pictures. I can't see me missing that to go to nobody else's event right now. That ain't about to ever happen.
Exactly. And they feeding people
And they
samples.
feed everybody come in that
Other people
gate.
don't even think about doing that.
No,
No.
they not gonna have that much food. I don't know how many cases of ribs he buying and how many cases of chicken wings, but there's a whole lot of ribs and chicken wings that been given away out there now.
hmm
That ain't including they got a spade game down there for the trees. They playing spades under the
So I look forward to going there one day. I wanted to go this year, but I drove my wife up to Memphis in May, so I didn't want to press my luck.
Oh, okay. I looked at that competition on TV. I never been to that. I never been to the Jack. Like I say, like you say, I think it's a whole different barbecue atmosphere with the way they do barbecue, the way they tasting it, to the way if you raised in the South or you raised in a place and you got some barbecue cooked in somebody's backyard. There's a whole different flavor profile going on. To me, a lot of people win and lose by appearance of a box. I lose a lot by my box appearance. I believe in the meat going in the box. You put some meat in the box, I believe that the flavor profile, the taste, the texture, all of that should count way more than a pretty box. You take a paintbrush and you make a box look real pretty. I think that the flavor profile to me is what
Yeah, I don't know who the first person to start up putting green at the bottom of the
yeah, that's the most. They got cake squares in the box. They got greens in the box. Just put you some meat in the box. Get you a little round bowl, fill that little bowl up with meat. Set that bowl in your box, and let them taste.
Exactly. Let's talk about the pop-ups and catering. What type of events do you usually cater when you do catering?
I do family reunions. I do Coca-Cola in Bishopville, South Carolina. I did Coca-Cola in Bishopville Family Day. I
Wow.
did another event for them. I'm also booked for an event for them in October. That's 600 people. And I did a logging company in Sumter, South Carolina. And I like family reunions and stuff like that and catering for different churches and organizations and stuff.
Okay. And when you do it, like the catering, do you bring your whole setup, or do you cook and bring it there, or do you cook
It's
on
called
site?
what type of event it is. A family day event. I have to bring my whole setup. I have two trailers. I had an 18-foot trailer with 3 grills on it
Whew.
and a burner. I can bring that trailer. It's got a roof and all on it. And then I got an enclosed trailer where I have all my supplies and stuff in. So for a big company like Coca-Cola, I have to bring everything. Small stuff, if I got to cook it and deliver it, I can paint it up, put it in my warmers and deliver it. Smaller stuff.
Okay. And most of them do usually ask for the hog when they do those type of events, or
Most people want the whole hog. I've had some want Coca-Cola do their own menu. So when they write, the lady give you the menu, they tell you, like last year I did 30 Boston butts for them. So they wanted Boston butts. Most churches, you do whole hogs or chicken. They want whole hogs or chicken. Most family reunions, they want whole hogs and ribs.
okay, okay. And what's been I guess, as far as your business, what's been the biggest challenge when it comes to building your business as far as the barbecue business?
Making sure you got some help. Because you got to have a lot of help preparing this stuff, getting it done, getting it from point A to point B. Mostly the people, I don't have a problem with the people that I'm doing something for. They call, they tell me what they want done. I tell them how much I'm going to charge them. I had to get my daughter to do me some contracts where I can request so much of my money up front, and we can do a written agreement so there's no issue at the end of the day. What I have not done, I know what I'm supposed to do, and I do it all, meet all your requirements, and I want my final payment. But I have a son and 2 daughters, so I depend on my son and 2 daughters a whole lot to help me get this thing from point A to point B.
Yeah, that's understandable. You got to have somebody definitely that you can definitely
Yeah,
depend on when it comes to that stuff. Because
yeah.
if you moving 2 trailers and all that other stuff, you can't say, "Hey, man, I ain't gonna make it." So you
No,
stuck.
that ain't gonna work. Not somebody waiting on their barbecue.
Exactly.
You can't back down, and you can't have a sick day. You can't have you wake up and it's raining. That hog still got to be cooked. You still got to make it do what it do.
So, what advice do you give somebody that want to start their own catering as well as pop ups besides having people help?
I advise them that if that's what you want to do, to go ahead and do it. Seek all help. Somebody come and tell you something, you might look at them like, "Why are you coming to tell me this?" And I already know this, but sometimes it don't hurt to listen. It
Hmm.
don't hurt to hear somebody's side. It don't hurt to go around. I do a lot of driving around and going in different places. I like to look. I like to see. You might cook something the same, or you might do a little something different. But if I get to see it, you know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? I can change up the style of what I'm doing because your style of doing it might work way better than what I'm doing. I don't think that I'm better than nobody. I don't think that I'm above learning. So I like to, on the weekends, if I'm not cooking, I'm at somebody's house or somebody grill, peeping, looking, trying to see what he's doing or she's doing a little bit different. Or if they ain't doing nothing no different, I just saw what I did. But if they doing something a little different, I can take what I'm doing and make it better, figure it
Yeah.
out.
Yeah, it may cut a few minutes off your time of what you're doing. And somebody might show you something, but that's definitely a way to do it, as well as I
Yeah,
would say go watch somebody that's doing whatever you have an interest in and
yeah,
just, hey, can I come work with you for? Because that's what I did with one of the guys I met at Memphis in May. I asked, I know it may sound crazy, but they did a setup at the racetrack, and they was giving out samples of their barbecue sauce as well as giving samples of sausage and steak to people that's coming around. And I asked to come help because I want to see how to promote yourself as a company. So I went out with the Blues Hog team, and I was handing out sauce, watching how they operate, how they promote, and how the people act and work together and stuff like that, and watching how the crowd was with the way they were interacting with. And I worked, but at the end of the day, I learned also how to operate and be more
yeah,
professional and well as
yeah,
promoting yourself. So, like I say, I don't mind to roll my sleeves up in order to get more information because one, they're gonna know now I'm a hard worker, as well as now I know how to promote and like these big companies and how to interact with the crowd and stuff like that.
yeah. You can't want to be a pit master and don't own a grill, and you can't want to be a pit master and think that you just that great that you don't need no help. So you have to go somewhere and look at some other pit masters, talk to some other pit masters. I do that with John Haney. Like I say, he's a professional grill builder. He's also awesome cook. I talk with him just about every morning. We know we one another cooking something at night, and we video. The phone's gonna ring. I talked to Pitmaster Cheese out of Georgia. I talked with Rib King, this guy out of Dillon. Um, I talked with a lot of pitmasters. Tailgater Hater. I've been to Cooper's grocery store down around Andrews, a legend in the state of South Carolina. I've been to Rodney Scott restaurant in Charleston, South Carolina. I've been to his daddy restaurant. So I'm interested in how your grill is built. I'm interested in how your grill looks. I go and look at different grills. I got a grill builder called Kenny Robert Goodman, and I got one named Mike McCoy. I got two different grill builders. So if I see something that I need to tweak on mine, I done saw it somewhere else, and I'm gonna call Mike. I'm gonna say, "Hey, McCoy, I need to see you." So I know when he parked that deputy truck, I'm gonna be at his house. We got to work on the grill. We got to get something done. Just you gotta have some friends in this world, and each one teach one. So that's what I believe.
You can make it easier for somebody else because you never know when that person you may need them for something. So you might as well help them. And once
Yeah,
they get along, they can help you because
yeah.
as time go on, technology is different. So they might tell you about something you ain't never heard of and save you time. But it's definitely
But I've
helpful.
learned that if you go around enough, it's hard to say, but if you go around enough older people, you go around enough of these older gentlemen that been cooking hogs for 30, 40 years, and they cook, but they ain't on your same level because they're not trying to be a pit master per se. They're not trying to be in the line of being a pit master, but they cook every holiday for their family, every
Hmm.
church reunion, every family. You go around some of them older gentlemen and talk to them in South Carolina. Some of them still cooking at what they call tobacco barns. They got grills up on a tobacco barn. They
Wow.
can teach you a whole lot about cooking a hog or some chicken that some of these professionals with these $80,000 outfits can't match up. you know?
Yeah, it's definitely stuff that people don't even know about.
Yeah.
So hopefully people are getting it passed down. People are willing to learn stuff like that so it can stay alive and not just die out. Because that's a lost art of people doing stuff like that you don't even hear about.
A lot of these guys want them pellet grills. I'm not knocking a pellet grill. I ain't buying that. Well, you pour these little pellets in, you set the temperature. It's just like with me with a whole hog. Until this year, I bought a probe. But before this year, I've never owned a probe. And the only one I got is a little stick one. I can stick in there. It probably costs $12, but they got more probes stuck in meat now. If you ain't got enough sense to realize when your meat is done, what good is that probe gonna do? You got it set to their phone. It ringing on your phone at night. I'm like, wow. You touch the back of the skin. You look at the hog. You lift it up. Now these guys want these probes everywhere. They got these 270 grills with 10 probes running out of it. I hope the power don't go.
Yeah, most people are supposed to. I hear the most. You got to use them fingertips and touch.
But they using. That's what I'm saying. Is a lot of them depending on injection and probes instead of just plain old fashioned the way barbecue's supposed to be.
Because if you practice and cook enough, you'll know when it's done.
Yeah, you cook enough. You can look at the grill. You can look under there and you say, I need to cook a little more. But you going on what that probe say. Probe said at such. Probe ain't went off yet. Sure hope your probe ain't off.
All right, we're going to switch it up. That's all the questions I have. Now, what I came up with, I got 2 quick games and I get you out of here. First game I got, you know how in college basketball they have the tournament bracket. So I made a tournament bracket of 16 different meats that you cook on the grill. And I'm going to give you each matchup, and you tell me which meat you prefer to eat, and we'll see which one the winner. First matchup is lamb versus brisket.
Brisket.
Okay. And second matchup is smoked ham versus sausage.
Smoked ham.
Okay. Next matchup is smoked turkey versus beef ribs.
Smoked turkey.
Okay. Next matchup, barbecue shrimp versus hamburger.
Hamburger.
Okay. Next matchup is pork chop versus smoked chicken.
Smoked chicken.
Okay. Next matchup is smoked bologna versus pork chops.
Smoked bologna.
Okay. Next matchup is hot dog versus pork belly.
Hot dog.
Okay. Next matchup is steak versus burnt ends.
Let me try the steak.
All right. Next matchup, next round, brisket versus smoked ham.
Let's try the brisket.
All right. Next matchup is smoked turkey versus hamburger.
Let's go with smoked turkey.
All right. All right. Next matchup is chicken versus bologna.
Chicken.
Okay. Next matchup is hot dog versus steak.
Steak.
Okay. Final 4, brisket versus turkey.
Let's go with the brisket.
Okay. And next matchup is chicken versus steak. All right. Final matchup is brisket versus steak. All right. Brisket is the winner on that. All right. I got one more matchup bracket for you. I made this one special for you since you're a Dallas Cowboy fan. All right. I got the top 16 Dallas Cowboy players in history. And I got them matched up randomly. So we're going to see who your top player is. All right. Matchup 1 is Emmitt Smith versus Bob Lilly.
Emmitt Smith.
Next matchup, Jason Witten versus DeMarcus Ware.
I'm going to say DeMarcus Ware.
Okay. All right. Next matchup, Troy Aikman versus Randy White.
Randy White. I'm going with Randy White.
Okay. Next matchup, Deion Sanders versus Mel Renfro.
Deion Sanders.
All right. Next matchup, Michael Irvin versus Charles Haley. All right. Let's see. Next matchup is Drew Pearson versus, what I got on here? Did I put Too Tall Jones? Yeah, Ed Too Tall Jones.
I'm going to go with Drew Pearson.
All right. Roger Staubach versus Tony Romo.
Roger Staubach.
All right, last matchup is Darren Woodson versus Larry Allen. Okay. All right, Emmitt Smith versus DeMarcus Ware. All right. Randy White versus Dion.
I'm gonna go with Dion.
Okay. All right, then you got Charles Haley versus Drew Pearson.
Let me go with Drew Pearson.
Okay. And Roger Staubach, Darren Woodson.
Roger Staubach.
Okay. All right, you got Emmett versus Dion.
Give me Dion.
Okay. Drew Pearson versus Staubach.
Give me Drew.
Okay. All right, in the final, you got Dion versus Drew Pearson. And your winner is your favorite. All right, Drew Pearson is the winner. You know your Cowboys. All right, your therapy session is up. If you got anybody to thank or promote or anything, give any.
I like to promote all of the barbecue pit masters in South Carolina. I be bragging on North Carolina. I be telling them we outcook North Carolina every day, any day. I got in trouble about that, but I stay getting in trouble. I like to promote Art Fennell. Like I say, I like art. We do a big one in November, Thanksgiving weekend in Darlington at Fat Man Cave. I like the backyard circuit. I like the fun that we have. It's not quiet at night. We out there shooting the jump with one another, having fun. I like your podcast. I like the Black Barbecue podcast. I've been on that. I just think that, like to say, the barbecue network community need to come together a little more. You need to start doing flavor. Your flavor profile need to be good. And I just think that I just like the barbecue. I love to have fun. I'm doing another whole hog competition in Labor Day weekend in Dillon, South Carolina, Rib King. We do whole hogs, we do ribs. I'm gonna be up there talking trash, having fun, cooking a whole hog again and some ribs. So I just like barbecuing. If I ain't driving that 18-wheel, I'm barbecuing. I'm somewhere in the world eating somebody barbecue, tasting somebody Q saying either they got to get a little bit better or they pretty good.
Exactly. And if you see the Rib King, tell him I'm waiting on him schedule.
I'm gonna talk to him. He'll call you.
Tell him I'm waiting on him. But
That's a
definitely,
video man. Now he can drop a video in a minute. Oh,
yeah.
he'll drop a video.
I see stuff on social media all day, every day.
Yeah, he's a great fella. It's one thing about this barbecue network. Once you get to knowing one another, you get to learning people, you get to knowing people. It's great. It's great. I haven't rode my motorcycle in the last year. It ain't come out the barn. I've been cooking every weekend. I got a road glide sitting in the barn. Traded it on the barn.
Yeah, barbecue is our life. So, man, definitely, like, this consumes a lot of my free time, the little free time that I have, but I enjoy it. I enjoy meeting the people, and I met so many people just through barbecue, and some of the nicest people and helpful people, so I wouldn't trade it for anything, because
no, I wouldn't trade it. I've met more people on country style. I've had so many people that call me that thinks that I have a restaurant. I'm like, no, sir, I don't have a restaurant. And people call you, you get these strange numbers in your phone. You're like, who in the world? They call you, they're like, I seen you on country style. I seen you cooking on country style. I'm like, what? I've stopped. I drive truck. I stopped in the store in Tennessee. I was in Nashville. And it was like 3:00 in the morning. I was walking through the truck stop. And fella look at me and say, Spoonfed. I'm like, in the world, you know me all the way up there. He talking about, man, I see you on country style. He paid for the Pepsi and all. I like, golly, made me feel like.
right, that's what social media does.
It puts you in places you would never go to. It puts you in where people see you and they either like what you're doing or they don't like what you're doing. But it's a great thing to do. Cook, enjoy yourself when you cook and have fun. It's nothing like putting on a 150-pound hog, 160-pound hog, and you out there all night checking him. It got to be done come morning night. You can't mess up because, okay, you got to explain to somebody why they hog ain't done. And when you told them it's supposed to be done at 12, why is it 4:00 and the hog ain't done yet?
Exactly. So Definitely, when I get free time, I'm coming up there and learn from you. You heard it here first. I'm just so it won't be no
Man, I
surprise.
sure wouldn't mind getting you a class. I'm thinking it ain't that hard. We put a hog on, have fun. I don't mind helping nobody. If somebody asks me, hey, can you show me how to cook a whole hog? I'm like, okay, you can come to me. I can come to you. I don't have a problem with coming to you. I don't have a problem with showing you how to do it. I ain't got no hidden secrets. I ain't got no hidden agenda. I'm showing you everything I'm using. Now, if you want to use something different, okay, let's go with what you want to do. Let's cook this whole hog. Let's make this happen.
You being successful ain't nothing to change. Yeah,
Because
exactly.
it's all in the flavor profile. People be talking about the oak wood, the cherry wood. The cherry wood make the hog red, the color. Okay, okay. But you do all that you do, and you ain't got the right season on it. It's still a messed up tasting hog. You got to have the right rub. You got to have the right salt, pepper, seasoning. You got to have the right barbecue sauce. So I'm big on barbecue sauce. I'm big on homemade barbecue sauce. I'm not saying that I won't try your sauce if you bring me some sauce up there. And if it's good, I can't lie. If it's good, if it's not, I'm not gonna say it's not, but I'm not gonna use it no more. But if it's good,
Definitely. So I definitely look forward to coming over there because right now, like I said, I got a 14-month-old baby. So once she get up in age, hey,
but
I'm
you
out.
live down in Atlanta, right? Man, I used to go to Atlanta every year in June down there on Moreland Avenue till biker anniversary. Used to be on the hill down there on Moreland Avenue.
Yeah, I
But
stay in
I
Stone
haven't
Mountain.
been to. I go through Atlanta with the truck, but that's about it now. But now,
Oh
if
yeah.
somebody call and they order a hog, and we can negotiate the price, Spoonfed got an 18-foot grill, a trailer with grills on. We'll hook it to that Dodge, and we'll come down I-20. We'll come to Atlanta.
Definitely, definitely, definitely keep an eye out for him and his social media. He's doing a lot of great things, and I appreciate you for coming on and
I
just
appreciate
giving.
you allowing me the opportunity
Oh, there's no
because
problem.
without you, without Black Barbecue Podcast, without Art Fennell have a podcast, Country Style had a podcast, I wouldn't have been on nobody podcast. People might would have saw me with Art Fennell, with Rib King, Pitmaster Cheese, how they are putting out videos. I think Pitmaster Cheese have a video, got like 200. I got a video with Pitmaster Cheese, got 217,000 views.
Woo.
Without them, I wouldn't be nowhere because my little camera, I ain't got time to do all that videoing and cooking. But I've enjoyed the ride. I'm having fun at it. I'm 60. I'm owner operator. I drive truck, pull containers out of Charleston, South Carolina, at the port. And I enjoy cooking every chance I can. I like to burn the candle at both ends. So if I
Nothing
ain't
wrong with
driving that
that.
truck, I'm cooking.
Hey, it's therapy. Like, that's the thing. It doesn't feel like a job because you enjoy
Yeah.
doing it.
I'm
So,
waiting on Dallas to go to Super Bowl so I can cook.
hey, definitely.
No, you won't.
Hopefully, I don't know. Dak. Dak ain't that guy.
Oh man, you said Dak ain't that guy.
Dak ain't
I
that
got
guy.
hope he's Dak.
He be clean, but other than that, he's quarterbacking
Yeah.
same vote as I am.
Oh Lord, have mercy.
But definitely appreciate you and all that you're doing for the community and everything. And definitely, anytime you want to come on, definitely just schedule it and you can shoot the
I
breeze.
sure would like to come back on, man.
No
I like to
problem.
come on Labor Day weekend when I'm up in Dillon at the Rib King event, cooking up there in Dillon. He does a pretty good event. He does a lot for cancer patients up there. He gives away a new car. He gives away some money to these cancer patients, which is his cause. So it's a nice cause what he's doing it for. I
Yeah,
mean, so I enjoy doing it.
no problem. You got the calendar link. So, like I said, anytime I don't have that type of show where you just, all right, you got to call and get permission. And no, you got the link. I told them first come, first serve. That's my
Oh
rule.
man, I like that.
I'm not
I
like the
like
other podcasts. I'm not professional, so
that.
I just
Oh
go with the
man, I
flow.
like that. Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, I see your
Yeah,
name pop up there. I'll be like, okay,
yeah,
good to go.
yeah. I see my buddy Mr. Haney. He's competing this weekend up in Greenwood, South Carolina. I'm amazed that where I live, this guy named Tailgater Hater, he lives probably 20 miles from me. He's like number one in the state in South Carolina Barbecue Association. And
Mm-hmm.
then there's another gentleman. in the KCSB, Jason Singletary. He don't live 20 miles down the road from me, but he's on my Facebook page and I'm on his page. Jason Singletary, that's a bad boy. He went up to New York and won that $20,000. I might not have to get him, like they say, I need to get in his back pocket. So I gotta make that big money like Jason Singletary be right here doing. Because he be slinging meat like nobody else. That boy be cooking.
If you run across any of them, like Tailgater Hater and all of them, and Haney, just give them my information. Tell them they welcome to schedule, and just once I see their name come up.
Mr. Haney builds a terrific grill, that Alfred barbecue grill. He loves to cook low on it, and he cooks slow. And like I tell him, get your needle up in the red, Mr. Haney. Get your needle up.
Definitely, you speak with him, tell him come on, because I haven't had a grill person on yet, so you could definitely be the first one. But on that note, everybody, we'll see you next episode. Thank you for joining us on another episode of the Barbecue Therapy Podcast. My name is Tavis Bryant. Please tune in to YouTube, Apple, Spotify, Amazon, and any streaming platform near you. Please pay the secretary on your way out, and we'll see you next episode.
Y'all gon' have barbecue.